Hey, welcome back to another episode of Bad Cajun Cooking. Today, I'm excited we get to do my eggplant dressing. And we're gonna start off, I got 2 pounds of ground chuck. Hey, and I got, right here, this is some pork sausage, pure pork sausage. I'm gonna take it out of the casing though, and that'll be our pork. If you don't have fresh pork sausage, like a lot of the people north of I-10, you could just get some regular ground pork, or lame pork. So, look, all I do is split it open like that, and take it out like that. Oh man, there it is. All right, while that's browning, we're gonna cut up. I got 1 onion, a half a bell pepper, and some celery. I know y'all probably like, man, this dude cook with the same dang ingredients all the time. Well, that's Cajun cooking. That's all I can say. It's out here. Get out of here. Alright, for this dressing stock right here, a lot of the times I'll just use some Carrie's roux. I'll use a half a jar. This is a 16-ounce jar. For this particular batch, I got 4 pounds of meat, so I use about 8 ounces of the jar, because it's a 16-ounce jar. But I don't have exactly 8 ounces, so I'm gonna have to make me a homemade roux on the side, because I don't feel like running back to the stove. So I got a cup of flour right here, and I'm gonna put a cup of vegetable oil. If you, I know in some of my other videos I make a homemade roux, but it just takes a little time. But we got time. Yeah, I apologize, it's raining all out here, so it's a little noisy. But look, you can see this roux right here is starting to change color. Right here, you gotta just keep stirring right here. But you can see how it got dark already. Right about now, turn my power off. Remove it from the heat. Set it aside, let it cool off. right, I'm gonna put a little bit of minced garlic in there. I didn't have no fresh garlic, but put a little mint. You hit it with some crop dust. All right, we're ready to add our water. You can see how this kind of cooked down. Ooh, it smells good. All right, look, I'm gonna start off with about a quart of water. You could use chicken stock, you can use beef stock. I use a chicken bouillon. I'm gonna put like a tablespoon of the chicken bouillon a little bit later. All right, so now we're gonna add our roux. Oh, look how pretty that color came out. You're gonna have a little bit of oil in there, but you can always, we're gonna take some of that oil out, and when it comes to the top, when it starts to ball, we'll take some of that oil out. Guess how long we're gonna cook this for? Yep, you're right, 2 hours. All right. Y'all seen me use this before. You watch some of my other videos. This is that better than bouillon chicken, roasted chicken base. I'm just gonna put a tablespoon. All right, look, you can see how there's a little bit of oil that accumulates on the outside edges. Just scoop that. I want to show you, once it starts cooking down a little bit, it starts to stick. You know that roux's gonna stick at the bottom, so you gotta check it at least every 10-15 minutes. And when it starts cooking down, you just add your little water. Unstick it. All right, it's been cooking for about an hour so far. I'm ready to put my smothered eggplant in. So you go to episode 34, get the recipe for the smothered eggplant, and this is all of it. This is what it made in that recipe 34. But I'm probably gonna put half of this. I'm gonna put half. See how that, fold that in. Yeah. That way my son, you put too much, he's gonna know something's different. But he may still know, but it's not gonna be overpowering with eggplant. So I can freeze this for another batch later. Y'all, this eggplant dressing is a wrap. All right, y'all know what's next. Them green onions. Bam! Mix that in there. And we're about to taste this thing. Hey, look, I'm not gonna mix it with rice right now because I'm not eating it tonight. I made it and I'm gonna put it in some containers and freeze it. But you just cook you some rice on the side and mix it to how you like it. Hey, look, if you want to just make a regular rice dressing, it's basically it's the same recipe without the eggplant. And I did use about 3/4 of the eggplant recipe from the episode 33 or 34. And I could have used the whole thing. I didn't want it to be overpowering, and but there's nothing wrong. I'm sure it would have been okay if I'd have used the whole thing, but It's just what I decided to do. Maybe next time I'll use the whole batch. I don't know. But let's try this. I just took my little spoon away too. Oh. One day I'm gonna let this stuff cool off before I video the last taste test. Every time I do it's freaking steaming hot. We gonna get it though. Wow. Y'all, the seasoning's perfect. I didn't have to add what you saw me season it with. That's what I used. I never had to add anything else. That little bit of chicken bouillon gave it just that extra little salt that you need. That eggplant makes it, it's like a smooth, it's just a smooth taste. That's all I could say. And that's gonna be a yowza! Thank y'all so much for watching. God bless.